The 1990s was a decade of innovation and speed for the American car industry. Many iconic models were introduced or improved, and some achieved remarkable performance on the road and the track. In this video, we will take a look at the 10 fastest American cars of the 90s based on their top speed and acceleration. Number 10.
Dodge Stealth RT Turbo.
The Stealth RT Turbo was a remarkable machine that shared its DNA with the Mitsubishi GTO, or the 3000 GT as it was known in the US. The RT Turbo was the top-of-the-line variant, and it had the same mechanical features as the GTO VR4, the highest-spec model in Japan. Under the hood, it housed a potent twin-turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine that unleashed 320 horses and 315 pound-feet of torque. The Stealth RT Turbo could sprint from 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds and blast through the quarter mile in a mere 13 seconds. Its top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour, but this car can easily rocket to at least 174 miles per hour if unleashed. It also had superb handling and stability, thanks to its all-wheel drive and four-wheel steering systems. The Stealth RT Turbo was one of the most advanced and exciting cars of its time, and it helped to boost Dodge's image as a performance brand. Number 9. The fourth-generation Camaro debuted in January 1993 and lasted until August 2002. Among its variants, the Z28 SS stood out as a rare and exclusive model that only existed from 1996 to 2002. The 1998 version of the Z28 SS showcased the refreshed design of the fourth-generation Camaro, with round headlights and a bigger grille. Under the hood, the Z28 SS boasted a new 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine that delivered 320 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque. It could be matched with either a 6-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission. The engine was similar to the one that powered the 1997 Corvette, and it offered more performance, lower emissions, and better fuel economy than the previous LT1 V8. It could rocket from 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds and blaze the quarter mile in 13.6 seconds. The top speed is around 160 miles per hour. Number 8. The Firehawk was created by SLP Engineering. SLP stands for Street Legal Performance, and the Firehawk was designed to be a street-legal racing machine that could compete with the best sports cars of its time. It was the fastest Firebird in 1991 and one of the rarest, with only 25 units produced, of which 11 were equipped with the competition package. The Firehawk had a 5.7-liter V8 engine, making 350 horses and 390 pound-feet of torque, thanks to ported cylinder heads and other enhancements. The engine was paired with a 6-speed ZF manual transmission from the Corvette, which gave the Firehawk a 0 to 60 time of 4.6 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 13.2 seconds at 107 miles per hour. The top speed is over 160 miles per hour. Number 7. As a special edition of the fourth-generation Firebird Trans Am, that celebrated the 30th anniversary of the first Trans Am in 1969, the 30th anniversary was equipped with the WS6 Performance Package, which included a ram air induction system, a sport-tuned suspension, a dual exhaust system, and 17-inch alloy wheels. The WS6 package increased the output of the LS1 5.7-liter V8 engine from 305 to 320 horsepower and the torque from 335 to 345 pound-feet. The 30th anniversary Trans Am was one of the fastest and most collectible F-body cars of its time, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds and reaching a top speed of 163 miles per hour. It could complete the quarter mile in 13.9 seconds. Number 6. The Mustangs Raptor was a modified version of the Consulier GTP. The Raptor had a V-shaped windshield that reduced drag and a 6.3-liter V8 engine that produced 439 horses. It was one of the fastest American cars of the 90s, capable of blasting from 0 to 60 in just 3.9 seconds and reaching a top speed of 163 miles per hour. It rockets to the quarter mile in just 12.3 seconds. Only 4 units were ever built. 2 of them were converted from the previous Intruder model, and the other 2 were hybrids between the GTP, Intruder, and Raptor. Number 5. The Shelby Series 1 was the first and only car that Shelby built from scratch, without using any existing production model as a base. The heart of the car was a naturally aspirated 4-liter L47 Aurora V8 engine from Oldsmobile, which produced 320 horses and 290 pound-feet of torque. The car has a 6-speed manual transmission from ZF and a rear-wheel drive system. The car weighed only 2,650 pounds, which gave it a power-to-weight ratio of 8.28 pounds per horsepower. As a result, a 0 to 60 time in 4.4 seconds, and a top speed of roughly 170 miles per hour. When General Motors discontinued the Aurora V8 engine, Shelby decided to upgrade the existing Series 1 units with superchargers, which increased the output to a whopping 450 horsepower. This reduced the 0 to 60 time to a stunning 3.2 seconds. Moreover, some initial prototypes were supercharged to over 600 horsepower, making them even more formidable. Number 4. The ZR1 was introduced in 1990 as a separate model from the standard Corvette. Lotus designed a new 5.7-liter DOHC V8 engine for the ZR1, which produced 375 horsepower and 370 pounds of torque. This engine was nicknamed the LT5 and was built by Mercury Marine, a boat engine manufacturer in Oklahoma. The ZR1 also had a unique body that was wider and longer than the regular Corvette, with a convex rear fascia and square taillights. In 1993, Chevrolet made some changes to the ZR1 to boost its appeal. The engine output was increased to 405 horses and 385 pound-feet of torque, thanks to some modifications to the cylinder heads, valves, camshafts, and exhaust system. It was nicknamed the King of the Hill and the Corvette from Hell for its superior power and speed. A 0 to 60 time in just 4.4 seconds, a quarter mile in 12.9 seconds, and a top speed of over 180 miles per hour. Number 3.
It's called a Vector. No, not Vectra. Vectra is a little rash you get when you buy a Vauxhall. This is a Vector, as in terror.
The Vector M12 was a stunning supercar that marked the rebirth of Vector Aeromotive under the ownership of Megatech, an Indonesian conglomerate that also controlled Lamborghini. The M12 inherited the sleek design of the Vector AWX3. It also borrowed the powerful 5.7-liter Lamborghini 512 engine, which unleashed 492 horses and 425 pound-feet of torque. The M12 could sprint from 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds and reach a top speed of 190 miles per hour. It made its debut at the 1996 North American International Auto Show in Detroit and had a hefty price tag of $189,000. However, the M12 failed to attract enough buyers, and only 17 units were ever built, including 3 or 4 pre-production models and 1 race car. Number 2. The 1997 Dodge Viper GTS was a sports car that marked the debut of the second generation of the Viper line. It was inspired by the GTS concept that was shown in 1993 and received much attention from the public. Unlike the previous Vipers, the GTS had a coupe body style, air conditioning, airbags, a CD player, and power windows. It also had a more robust and lighter engine with 450 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. The GTS had improved aerodynamics, exterior door handles, and a NACA duct for the engine intake. The GTS was the fastest Viper in 1997, with a top speed of up to 193 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of 3.89 seconds. The quarter-mile time is an astonishing 11.97 seconds. Number 1. The W8 was the ultimate evolution of the Vector W2 prototype that the company showcased throughout the 1980s. It was inspired by the Alfa Romeo Carabo and combined the futuristic, wedge-shaped aerodynamic design with references to fighter jets of the era. The W8 was powered by a 6-liter twin-turbocharged Rodec V8 engine, making 625 ponies and 649 pound-feet of torque. The engine was mated to a 3-speed automatic transmission used in front-wheel drive Oldsmobile Toronado. The Vector performed superbly and achieved 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds and a 12.0 second quarter at 118 miles per hour. The top speed is claimed by the manufacturer to be 218 miles per hour. With 19 cars produced, it was by far the most successful vehicle in the company's history.